There we go. Can everyone hear me? Hope you're well. I hope you're awake. I hope you're... God damn, I forgot my water. Hope you're all way more caffeinated than I am right now. And way more awake. How do you do, peeps? You'll have to forgive me. I am exhausted. I'm very tired. Mega tired. So how are you? How are you all? How has your day been? How have you been in general? What are you up to? How is life treating you guys? I have updates. Yes, I have eaten today. I ate some leftover pork and rice. It's actually pretty good. I enjoyed that. Haven't slept much. Processing lots of produce for future use. Awesome. Music's been loud, but otherwise good. Hello, screaming Pikachu. How do you do? There's everything here. Everything's all jumbled. There we go. So let's see who else here. Let's say we have Dudu, we have Kami, we have Hawkeye, we have Shiny Mew, we have Nettie, we have Kami, we have Scientific Guy, we have Phantom Flame, we have Shaman. Of all the peeps. What is up, peeps? I am... Hello, and how are you? So, updates. Lots of updates. I am so tired. I'm very tired. I've done my best to freshen myself up and not look like the undead today. I'm still very tired. But hi, how is everyone? Tell me some good news today. Tell me how you are today. Tell me what's going on with y'all today before I hop into everything and anything and so on and so forth. Because it has been a hell of a time these past few days. Hello, Soul Reaper, how are you? I hope you're well. I need a nap. Lord, I need a nap. I don't get to really take naps. Something bad happened. Nothing really bad has happened. Just a lot has happened. Just a lot has happened. I'm not down. I'm just tired. Just very tired. Very exhausted. Our last stream was Thursday. I missed both Friday and Saturday. So let's play catch up here. What all happened? Well, we missed Friday partially because Panda was sick. Panda needed to go take care of herself, and I was like, go do that. Go do that. That is more important than a stream. Go get your health taken care of. So that happened, and that was part of why we missed Friday. But I was thinking of coming in with something anyway, you know, just to give you guys something to have at and to have fun with. And then my grandmother had a seizure. Wasn't a big seizure, and it wasn't when I witnessed happen. My grandmother had a seizure while I was messaging back and forth with Panda, make sure they were okay. I went to my computer to look at a couple things. I went down the hall to check on Grandma like I normally do, and something looked off. Something looked very off. Ran full checks and discovered real quickly that it was very obvious she had a seizure. It was a small seizure, but it was definitely one to get our full and undivided attention. Something to do, it was one of those, like, my grandmother has seizures fairly frequently, has had them ever since I was a child. So, like, this isn't, I know it sounds like a cause for immediate screaming alarm, because that's what it would be for most people, but my grandmother, they're a frequent enough occurrence and a average enough occurrence to where it's not like lose your damn minds over it. But we still pay very close attention to her whenever she has a seizure. And it was nowhere near as bad as the seizure she'd had a couple weeks back. That one was one to worry about. That was one that was very, very concerning. This one concerned me, but it concerned me the normal amount it should concern anyone. Some hearts in the chat for Hoenn. I just set up for 1440p. It's finally complete. Fuck yeah! Some hearts in the chat. I appreciate that. Let me get to the chat that it's in. Hearts in the chat. Hella appreciate that. Thank you very much. Holy shit. 33 months. That's a long ass time. But yeah, so after I got her resituated, everything seemed fine. Everything seemed like it'd be okay. Cool. Okay. Got her taken care of, got her rest, all that other good jazz. But throughout the course of the week, she's been having a lot of things that have been concerning me just in general. She's fallen more frequently over the last week. So I've been a nervous wreck and haven't been sleeping. I think I've already told y'all that part, where she's had a couple of falls and it's been keeping me awake because I've got to keep track of her, make sure she's alright. Almost 3 years. That's insane. How and have you put up with me for so damn long, my friend? Holy fuck. I appreciate that. But yeah, so she's been falling more, had the seizure, which was concerning, and she's been having some stomach issues. And when I say some stomach issues, I mean a lot of stomach issues. We're rolling the dice on what she can and cannot eat, what will and will not make her sick. And the docs have said there's not much they can do, which has me hyper concerned. Then fast forward to yesterday. Yesterday, everything seemed calm. I had my mother over to help take care of her. We had to go to an event that we were scheduled to go to, so Mizu could do some networking. So I got my mother over here, which knows how to take care of my grandmother and help my grandmother and do all this, that, and the other. She doesn't have the same training I do, but she's been helping my grandmother longer than I have throughout the years. So it should be fine. And for the most part, it was. We left, we did the event. We were only there for a little while. It's supposed to be one of those all-day events. I think we were only out of the house for like 4 hours. And had my mom here the entire time. Came home, took mom back home. My mom doesn't drive. So mom back home, came back, situated a few things, started to gear up for stream. Got the thumbnail ready, which was essentially the same one I used last Saturday, but tweaked it up some, was gearing up, and while I was at my computer desk, because I was so tired, I passed out. I didn't, like, pass out, like, pow, but I fell asleep at my desk. I didn't fall asleep for long. I was passed out for, like, maybe 30 minutes. And Mizu was taking a nap because Mizu was exhausted. Mizu's been having some hip pain. We'll get into that in a minute too. Just to give y'all all the updates. So Mizu's taking a nap. I'm passed out at my desk by accident. Something wakes me up. I get like this horrible feeling in the pit of my stomach, and I bolt to go check on my grandmother. And she's trying to get herself back into bed. She slipped trying to get back into bed. This hadn't been long. She'd been like struggling with this for about maybe 2 minutes. Yay, whatever fucking weird intuition, sixth sense bullshit I have with that. It's like that whole like parental brain. It's like, it's too quiet, something's wrong. And I helped get her back into bed. And I was like, okay, get her into bed, make sure she's okay, get her some water, make sure she takes her nighttime meds, all the stuff I'm supposed to do. I'm like, okay, she's fine, because she seemed fine, she sounded fine, she was acting fine, she said she was fine. So it's like, okay, cool. Lay her down, get her squared away, turn her TV back on to her favorite TV programs, which she's watched a lot of Criminal Minds right now. So, like, turn that back on, get her squared away, hand her a remote, hand her her phone so she can call me if something goes wrong. And bolt back down here to start getting ready, because I'm behind. I'm super behind. Falling asleep was bad. Taking that, like, 20-30 minute nap was bad. I was super behind when I was already supposed to be live with the raid boss yesterday. So I started putting everything together. Just, like, running. Making sure everything's finished up, so on and so forth. I'm about to hit the live button. And I get that horrible, sickening feeling again that something's wrong. And I bolt to the upper den, and I hear my grandma coughing. And it's a heavy cough. This is immediate notes for alarm for me, because that's an abnormal sound for my grandmother. Bolt down the hall, and the bedroom is turned into The Exorcist. My grandmother is violently ill. Get her up, get her patched up, get her looked at, get people out to look at her, be like, yo, what's going on? They're like, she has some kind of stomach bug. We can take her. They're probably going to tell her she's got a stomach bug and send her back. It's like, I hand them all the stuff that our doctor had told us. So like, well, there's probably not a ton they can do. But we get everything looked at and find out that, yeah, there's still not a ton we can do. They can't explain to us what the fuck's wrong or what's going on. Get her back home. Get everything clean. Like, top to bottom, scrub this place clean. And go from there. And she's apologizing the entire way, which I'm telling her not to apologize, because you can't help when you're sick. I've been that sick before. It's been a long time since I've been that sick, but I've been that sick before. Everyone has, in some form or fashion. So, like, just disinfect, clean everything, run everything through the washer and dryer. And everything on heavy disinfectant styles. We have, like, a heavy disinfectant setting on our washing machines just for medical use and medical purposes. Like, just go through, do everything top to bottom. 3:30 a.m. Everything seems clear, back in bed, so on and so forth. I don't sleep. I think I finally, actually pass out sometime after 7. Wake up today. Now, Mizu's in pain. Mizu's hip is in a lot of pain. Mizu's hips have been bothering her throughout the past 2 weeks. And she's just in a lot of pain. I say, fuck it, we're going to the doctor. I already know what they're going to tell us. I already know exactly what's wrong. Mizu's not wanting to go to the doctor, but we take Mizu to the doctor to get things fixed. What's wrong? Sciatic nerve issue. They gave her a couple of shots, gave her some meds. She's doing a lot better now. So she's doing better. She's got new meds to help out with the sciatic nerve issue. We got new meds for grandma to help her out with the stomach issue. We're praying it's going to work. I'm monitoring everything my grandmother intakes like a hawk. I'm taking meticulous notes, like even further than what I usually take. Like usually it's like ate this type of soup at this time, enjoyed this soup, disliked this soup, whatever. Ate this with it, used this to make it taste better, gave soda. That's the usual notes. Now I'm writing down, okay, gave her this type of soup. This soup has all of these ingredients. Writes down every fucking ingredient that I note in the soup. Cross-reference it to other soups that I've given her that may share same ingredients or similar sandwiches or whatever it is she's wanting to eat that day. I start cross-referencing every ingredient in every one of these items, trying to find a common denominator, seeing if there's maybe a food allergy, a gluten allergy, something. There has to be a connecting issue somewhere. Changed her off of soda because that's what she really, really wants, but I got her off of soda. Just drinking lots of water, drinking a couple of different juices that aren't high in sugar concentration. Cross-referencing any of the juices with their ingredients to anything else I've given her over the last month and a half. Trying to process. Hip issue, muscle or nerve is sciatic nerve, so it's a nerve issue. Which is something I've dealt with in the past, as well as my sister and my mom deal with that. So, like, that was something I have an idea of how to help fix that. But yeah, so that's what's been going on. Everything. I'm so tired, guys. Everything's just going into just chaotic overdrive constantly right now. I'm sorry that I missed the last 2 streams. I'm sorry that everything keeps seeming so up in the air. I know I have a job to do. Trust me, I know I have a job to do, because I freak out every day that I don't do the job, because not only does it affect my mental state, as well as the mental state of my viewers, that depend on just having this one constant thing that happens every day, it also heavily affects us financially at the same time. It's rough. So, I greatly apologize. I'm sorry. I'm glad a lot of y'all are sticking by. I thank everyone who's currently here right now listening to me just ramble and prattle on, just going on and on right now, because I don't really know what to do, and I'm freaking out because I think we are officially hitting, like, the end game here for my grandmother, which has me horrifically panicked because I don't know what to do about that. Like some of that tea Mizu wanted. It's the lychee rose kind. I heard it was really good. Mizu tried it. So yeah, I'm exhausted. Yesterday we did have one like really cool thing that happened yesterday. We had to go to that event yesterday for a few hours, so Mizu can network, which networking did fairly well. We now have an in to another con that's been guaranteed, so that's awesome, as well as some networking to some other cons now. So it's looking like Mizu's geeky crafts business is taking off fairly well. We're very excited for this. That's awesome. And we got to meet the voice actress for Turbo Granny yesterday as well, who was also the voice actress for Rita Repulsa, and got to have a decent conversation with her, which was really nice. For a lot of people that don't know, that voice actress is the inspiration to my Monokuma voice that people know so well, or by Undyne voices. More of you will know it by right now. And she thought that was some of the funniest shit, as well as she was... Mizu giving her that plushie made her entire fucking con. She was so excited and so happy for that. Did my camera freeze? Why the fuck did my camera freeze? That's great. Thank you, camera. I don't need you to fuck around with me today. I can't have this. Especially considering my camera is the only focus today. Cannot have it. Don't do this to me, not today. There we go. Come on. Like that was a lot of fun. And just getting to talk to her for a minute was like a childhood dream for me. And Mizu was enamored. She was so excited about that plushie that she ran around the table and hugged Mizu for that. She was so shocked that Mizu had made that for her and was so excited for that. So that was like one of the coolest things to ever see. And I got to talk to Paul Schreiber, who was the actor who was Bulk from Power Rangers, part of the duo of Bulk and Skull for Power Rangers. And I cried talking to him because he was one of my dad's favorite actors and my dad's favorite characters in Power Rangers, as well as my dad watched the entirety of the Hyperforce tabletop RPG playthrough, which he played in. He was the Yellow Ranger in that, and he was my dad's favorite character. My dad loved him to death, and it was one of the few things my dad and I got to bond over before he passed. So I felt bad because I tried to keep my composure as much as I could, but we talked for a while, and after he said he'd also gone through a similar experience where his dad had also died last year, we both kind of broke down a little bit, but we had a good talk, and that was nice. Artemis to help you out with that. Wait, what? I'm gonna go over there and eat your figurines. You're literally doing your best keeping your loved ones alive. No need to say sorry. Don't eat. Don't eat. That's a lot of plastic. It's a lot of microplastics. Don't put that in your body. I'm afraid I'd be disappointed if you weren't doing exactly what you're doing for your grandma and Mizu. Get to talk to VA for Rita and Turbo Granny makes me hyped. It was a lot of fun. We didn't get to talk to anybody for long because I was constantly just looking at my watch, paranoid, panicked, waiting for my mom to send a message saying something went wrong, which nothing did until we got back. So I surprised you. Guess what song they played at the radio? Did they play Power Rangers? Like, I would believe they played Power Rangers. It would not shock me at all. I've got to help you out with that fresh. Don't eat the figurines as microplastics. I worry about you guys enough. Don't do that. They played Rave Girl and Caribou. That does actually surprise me. Jesus Christ. Lord, I ain't been to a rave in a hot minute. But no, we had a lot of success with Mizu getting to network. I felt bad that we had to like rush back home, but Mizu was very understanding about us having to rush back home. So at least there was that, and that was kind of a mid-rave. I mean, a lot of them kind of are nowadays. Either they're hyper overcrowded or there's nothing going on. Celebrates 39 months of membership. Hate having to go, but I need to get up early for work. Good night, take care, and hope things improve for everyone in your house. Have a wonderful night, dude. Get some hearts in the chat for dude. Dude, thank you very much, dude. Hell, I appreciate that. You know, 39 months. Jesus Christ. All of y'all have been here for so long, and it trips me the fuck out. It feels like every time I turn around, I don't have like the greatest news to tell y'all, and I feel horrible about it. I have several times where I don't say anything because I'm worried about making everybody else worried. And yet y'all are still here through everything. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all a fuck ton. I appreciate y'all more than y'all will ever fucking know. Have a good night, dude. And pleasant nightmares to you, my friend. I hope things go well for you at work tomorrow, if that's, because I'm assuming that's what you gotta do. If it's not, I hope things go well for you anyway. I'm sorry. I have known you too long for you to get rid of me. Hey, Shaman, you have dinner at our house often enough where, like, if you were to disappear, like, I would have severe concerns and worry. But yeah, so that's what's happened in the last 2 days. And everything just seems to, every time I turn around, there's just chaos. There's just pure, unadulterated chaos. We've had to push things back for so many different things. Okay, I was pursued by 2 dogs. Wait, do what? What happened with dogs, Carlos? As long as you're being real, we just want you to be you. Can't speak for the rest of the chat, but I don't need you to be okay for me to be okay. Just here to clock into the Twitch chat factory and say Poggy's It does. I appreciate it. I know you're a tad bit newer around here than a lot of peeps, but I greatly appreciate you being here. I'm just really hoping you're enjoying the chaos of this community. I have the raid boss fixed for its final test. I meant to run it Saturday, but I couldn't run it Saturday. I was going to run it today, but I'm so exhausted I couldn't keep up with it. Even with it being automated, I couldn't keep up with it. And I didn't want to, anytime I give y'all something cool like that, I want to give you my best. I don't want to give you a half-assed attempt. It's not what y'all are here for. I have always given you guys my best. Even when I'm not at my best, I try to give you guys my best. So I'm going to do the raid boss a little bit later in the week before Saturday. I'm going to shuffle a couple things around to make that happen. And try to get stuff moving in a proper order. I'm not sure if they were house stuff. Jesus Christ, were they friendly chasing you, or were they aggressively chasing you? Thank you for whacking with a fly swatter. What I did? Because what if I whacked you with a fly swatter? And I will always be genuine and upfront with you guys. I always have been. I've learned throughout the many years of content creation that being honest with you guys, both in positive things and in negative things, in successes and in faults, I've learned that as long as I'm honest with you guys, everything's okay. I've always had that as my core principles to start this. That's why I'm very transparent. Tell y'all where everything goes, what everything is, what everything does, why things are working the way they are. I don't try to slam y'all with shit because I don't want y'all to I've always had a very firm belief in leaving most negativity at the door if possible. Started to play games from my childhood on PS5, and I'm enjoying them. I thought I was going to be angry with Ape Escape, but instead I actually had fun, and the apes seem easier to capture. That's neat. I love Ape Escape. Something you could do to get rid of me, and that goes for most of us, if not all of us. I mean, there's nothing I could think of that I would do, but there are things that, I know other people have done in the past, other YouTubers and whatnot, that if for some reason I was ever the guy to become that evil guy, I would hope y'all would run for the hills. I'm too lazy to do most evil things. Let's just be real. I'm too evil to do most evil things. Too evil to do most evil things. I'm too lazy to do most evil things. I make Robbie Rotten look like freaking Sporticus. How are you doing, Eddie? I've seen you here. I think I've acknowledged you earlier, but if I didn't, hello, how are you? Shit, I'm looking at myself in the camera here. I look like shit. I'm sorry I look like shit, guys. God damn. I usually pride myself on looking at least a little bit better. I mean, I always look kind of like a hobo, but I at least look like a well-groomed hobo. And now my eyes look like they're all fucked up. I look like a stoner hobo now. What the fuck? Mr. Robbie Rotten appearing on the screen. You evil? You're already undead. I'll send you something funny on DMs. I didn't get a chance to look at it earlier. I need to apologize to anyone who has sent me a DM recently. Like, if you sent me a DM today, I probably have not seen anything sent to me today. There's just been so much going on. I acknowledge the fact that I had like 20 DMs from people today, and that was about all I was able to do. I haven't messaged anybody back except for one person today. I've been so slammed. I mean, you do have one thing in common with Robbie Rotten for sure. I appreciate that. I am not, but I appreciate that. I wonder why I'm not number one, because Alanna is number one, and Alanna's in this chat. They're swinky. I gotta give props for props to do it. Admit it where I can. But I will check that soon, Nettie. And everybody else who sent me something, I'm sorry I haven't checked anything. I will check everybody and respond to everybody. I'm sorry I'm so behind on everything. Just yesterday was so much chaos. Like, I was genuinely afraid yesterday, and it takes a lot to spook me. So that's kind of what I do for a living, is be the spooky guy. Well, everyone's favorite Afro streamer. I'm hiding in your walls, so have fun looking for me. Lord help me. You better beware of Beans. Don't run into Beans. He finds stuff hiding in the walls, apparently. We had a mouse that managed to get in the house because our dog can open doors, and our dog decided that she didn't want to be outside, so she just came, marched her ass right on in, left the door wide ass open. And let a mouse in behind her, and a day or two later, Beans caught it. Decided to give us a little present. That was hilarious. The dice gods were only kind to me. What's up, peeps? What's up, Midna? How you doing? I am super tired. So yeah, be careful. Beware of Beans. Beans is all about that life right now. But yeah, so I need a nap. Like hardcore. Like in the worst way possible. I need a nap. The stream probably won't be super long, which I apologize for, but I feel like I need to update everybody because this has been happening so frequently. And I couldn't just like, I did it because it's been happening so frequently, but also I have to give the warning that it could happen more. And I can't expect any of you guys to support me if I'm not here and if I'm not telling you what's going on. Like, y'all support me in so much that I have to make sure y'all kept up to date. It's the only thing that's fair. Grab my hand on mint, might help with stomach issues. No. I thought about that. I tried that. It went horrifically wrong. Beans and I will have conversations. Honestly, probably. It's funny watching, like, it's funny, but it's also horrifying to watch Beans right now because, like, Beans is starting to gravitate towards Grandma a lot. He's sitting around Grandma, sitting next to Grandma. It's like, he's almost attached to Grandma at the hip right now. If she's awake, he's around her, like, the entire time she's awake until she goes to bed. Or until Mizu decides to say hello to Beans, and then Beans comes bolting wherever Mizu is. Lone ended up with a 20 in anything, and Torm himself wanted me to have an 18 in Constitution. Jesus Christ. I need to give Grandma that Constitution right now. Hello, Kelly. How are you? I hope you are well. Hi. Ugh. I need a nap in the worst way possible. But yeah, so that's what I'm here to do today, though, is to update everybody because like I know everything's been chaotic, and I'm also warning everybody now because things are about to probably get a lot more chaotic. I just need everybody to know that things are going to be like all over the place for a little while. Great. Glad to hear. Fiance and I did wedding planning today. Fuck yeah. Awesome. And congratulations. That is the worst frame for my camera to say, hey, we're going to freeze. Does it hurt? Camera is catching all of the unflattering angles today. Thank you. Yeah, I'm warning everybody because things are about to get more chaotic. As well as the fact that, like, if I look tired, like I do now, just ignore it. I'm gonna be tired. I'm rocking like 2-3 hours a night. So if I missed, I'm explaining where I've been the past 2 days, as well as what's been going on recently. Grandma's been severely, violently ill recently. And things are looking kind of rough. As well as just lots of chaos just revolving around that. So I'm doing my job and taking care of my grandmother and just going from there. And just update everybody on what was going on with that. And Shame and I appreciate that. There's just a lot of stuff, and there's a lot of stuff that like I can't come to you for immediate help because either you don't have the ability to help with it, or because I don't want to put you through the trauma and chaos of helping you with it. But if there's anything you can do, I will definitely message you and let you know. So yeah, a lot's going on right now, but it's mostly just I'm very sleep deprived. Yeah, I apologize for being very sleep deprived. You don't look tired, you look completely exhausted. I am, but I'm remembering to eat. I should probably be eating more than I have been, but I ate well today. I get so wrapped up in making sure everybody else is okay that I will forget. Still being and train him to be a fluffy assassin. Co-worker is also one who introduced me to the group, and I handed him my dice for a roll. The DM wanted for added backstory detail. My co-worker rolled 2 nat ones. Zombies go sleep. I need to. The reason why I'm staying up is because my grandmother is having trouble sleeping, and when my grandmother is awake is when my grandmother's a danger to herself. Like she'll get up and she'll get up. That's when she has chances to fall or when something goes wrong. So like I usually stay up until I know for a fact she is out. So that's what we're doing and working with right now. And just running as much as we can. Just notice what song was playing. I've had a small playlist going. Songs I like to listen to just randomly while I'm working on shit. Songs or music I like to listen to while working on shit. which if you want to find all these songs, I've got in the description where you can find them. All the songs and music on the stream were provided by NoteBlock, and a link to them is in the description. So make sure you go check them out. Go show them some love. They make fantastic music. If you're a content creator, they make fantastic music, and they allow use for it in your content as long as you accredit them. So just make sure you properly accredit them. And there we go. Another unflattering freeze frame. Thank you, camera. I don't know what is up with my camera lately. I need to start figuring that out. Wake up, please. Thank you, camera. You're getting the best angles today. I so appreciate that. What's up, Jolly Gaming? How are you? I hope you're well. I'm super tired. I think I have my part of this concept. This. Move this and see if that helps any. Hopefully that helps. Freeze frame. Yeah, the freeze frames tonight are something else. The good news is healing should be easy. I'm a cleric, my co-worker is a paladin, and one of my other players is a ranger. That's awesome. Let's close that out. So close that instead of run that. Okay, thank you, computer. Helping me out in so many ways today, computer. I greatly appreciate you and your nonsense. But yeah, so that's where we're at. I wanted to update everybody. I wanted to make sure no one was left in the dark over anything that was going on and why things have been so up and down, and how much I appreciate you guys for sticking everything out with all this chaos. I am not gonna lie, I'm worried about what's coming. Picked up medicine as proficiency and picked up the spare the dying cantrip. That's good. I'm sorry I'm so tired today, peeps. I'm running on fumes right now. But we're gonna get there. We're gonna make it through everything. Everything's gonna be okay. 'Cause that's what we do here. We're good at it. We're good at it. That's what we do. I need that as spare the dying cantrip. See update. I was explaining where the Solid Life will Change cover. It is done by NoteBlock. The link to them is in my description down below. Make sure you go check them out. They make tons of great music that is allowed to be used in content creation. So go show them some love. They do tons of great and amazing video game covers. The update is where I've been for the past couple of days. Last 2 days, I wound up missing stream. Friday, I missed stream because I usually stream with Panda on Fridays, and Panda had a medical emergency, and then my grandmother had a seizure. So between these two things, I didn't stream. I had to make sure Panda was okay. Panda went and got themselves checked out. They're fine now. And my grandmother had a small seizure, which, as I've stated before, my grandmother has been having seizures since before I was born. It's something to do with a neurological disorder she has, or with a nerve disorder she has. So I have to kind of keep on that because they've gotten worse recently. They've gotten even more worse recently. So that happened. Though this one wasn't anywhere near as bad as some of the others, which is what we like to call a light one. It's still, we treat all of them like they're serious regardless. And then yesterday she had a severe stomach issue that needed immediate dire care, as well as some docs to look at her and a lot of cleaning from top to bottom of the bedroom. So, just the fact that, like, for everybody who doesn't know, because I think everyone here knows by this point, but in case you don't, I found a thing that your dice scribbling self might enjoy. Oh, well, what is it? But no, just letting everybody know that we're kind of in a rough. For everybody who doesn't know, for everybody who might be newer here who doesn't know, I am the #1 caretaker for my my grandmother. I live with my grandmother and I make sure she's taken care of right now. She's got a myriad of health problems, and we're hitting rougher spots in all that. I am the ice cream. No. These dice bags? What?
Right?
You should make these. These would sell insanely well. These would sell in the Discord.
These would sell no matter which of them we got accepted
So
for.
the zombies would buy these up. I'm telling you, you need to make these for the zombies. They are potion bottle dice bags. Send me a couple pictures so I can kind of show them off. But yeah, I can't. It's one of those things we couldn't show off until they were made. But do this. Like, that's an immediate grab. That's rough, but
eight
that's a rough pull right now, but that would be an investment that would pay out. For your business and for everything you do, especially considering that one con said yes, come see us, and that they would immediately put you in as soon as you put in your application. Like, yeah, I'd say do those. Well, those would also go at the Ren Fair, because
Right.
she's also got a Ren Fair event she's looking into. Potion bottle bark show. Well, I was like, show me, I want to know. As long as we can't show off because she doesn't have the she doesn't own the rights to it yet. She doesn't have the permission yet because we haven't purchased it yet. But yes, no, do that. Get the rights to it so we can build it and show it off. Question. What are the events we're looking at right now? Because we got peeps asking. Get closer to the microphone because you're gonna have to say it because my tired brain is gonna mess it all up.
There's a total of 3 events right now that we're looking to apply for. Well, that I already applied for. The first one is the Calera Nerd Fest.
That's in where in Alabama?
Calera.
I'm not familiar with that location. Yeah, it's so far.
That one's in November. I think on November 8th, if I remember correctly.
And it's a one-day event down
It's a one-day event. The other one is a brand new Ren Fair. This is their very first year doing it. I've never applied. I've never done a Ren Fair before.
I've been to a few. Usually I'm helping and supporting other people at them. I've never dressed up or done anything for anyone. It's not usually my motif of things.
I have kind of an outfit that I would wear for the Ren Fair, but I need to get new parts for it.
Oh, another one. Which one?
The bar wench.
Yeah, the barmaid.
I was thinking if we do get accepted for that one, we could do kind of like a Renaissance shop kind of theme.
I mean, I do have like a tavern keep outfit I could use for that.
Yeah, like a tavern shop.
Yep.
Food, gear, weapons.
Peeps are familiar with like Quincy's Tavern over on TikTok. It's similar to his outfit.
Something like that. So that's something I'm thinking about maybe trying to do. And then the last one we're thinking about applying for is AWA.
We've already applied for that one.
Not too sure about whether or not we're actually gonna be able to do that one. Just because one, pricing, two, it seems to be on a decline.
Well, I say if we get the ability to do it, because it is one of the bigger cons down south. And my only concern is literally the weekend before Christmas.
Yeah.
That's my concern for that one. Is that one's the weekend before Christmas. I'm not sure what the attendance is going to look like for that one, as well as that it's chaos right before Christmas. That's like one of the craziest times of the year.
It's a nightmare before Christmas.
Trust me, easy for me there reminds you to do self-care when you don't have the energy to remember yourself. She's very good at that. It's like, you go eat. I don't want to go eat. Go eat. I'm too tired to go eat. Go eat. Okay. Forgets to go eat. Brings food to me. Yells at me to eat the food. Go take a nap. I don't want to go to bed. Go take a nap. I don't want to go to bed. You cannot make me go to bed.
Not me making sure he was actually fed when we were at Momo.
That too. I completely forgot to eat at the con. Brought me like the best chicken taco I've ever eaten.
Made sure there was no veggies, because that means tummy don't do well with veggies. We got you some good ass pizza.
Good ass pizza.
It will hopefully be better once they move it back to October.
October's my favorite time of the year to have that one. That was the Halloween con, and now it's the Christmas con.
Shannon, do me a favor. If you can figure out where the location is, and
it keeps doing that. I don't know what's up with the camera. I think I need a new cable for the camera, which is going to suck if that's the case, because this was an expensive cable. It was a gold-plated cable because it works and runs faster and shit. Wake up, please. Function for me. Oh,
yay.
You're awake and you're closer now. Why? Ignore the man behind the curtain who's grumpy and short.
Oh my god, I'm on camera. Why?
Because you're cute. And because the camera was made for you. You're going to Gen Con?
I just don't know what that is.
I don't know where Gen Con is. I keep hearing Gen Con float around. Right now we're hitting ones that I'm personally familiar with, which are like AWA, Holomat, which is Holiday Matsuri, Tamicon, MTAC, which is in Tennessee. Like a lot of the ones that I've been to before, a lot of them are mostly anime focused. We're just now kind of starting to branch out. Dragon Con, like, that's in Indianapolis. That might be one to consider, but right now, like, that's out of our range just because of how far it is.
Yeah.
We have some things we have to work and settle out before we do it. Right now, with me taking care of my grandmother, that's an impossibility. A lot of these we're hoping that my replacements are trained up by that time frame. So, but Gen Con for one is way too soon, because that's in August. It's coming up.
I mean, it's just like maybe in the future.
Maybe a year or two down the road.
Yeah.
So as we got to have a stronger footing right now than what we have. We've got a good footing right now, but we need to have a stronger one before we can do something like that.
Yeah.
And make sure everything is taken care of.
The events that I'm able to do are too far in between right now. So.
We've had to learn to space things out, because with MomoCon we had a month. We had a month to prep for MomoCon.
A month and a half, 2 months.
We didn't have 2 months. We had about a month, maybe a month and a half.
Anime Expo.
But we legit, like, we had like a month to a month and a half to prep which was like getting the hotel room solidifying we had reliable transportation.
Puppets to make that way.
Show me later. Making sure we had the material to make everything, and then build like an entire army's worth of stuff. We still went into Momo unprepared. We could have shown up with double the merch that we did and probably sold through all of it.
There was a fuck ton of stuff that I was working on while, like, within that month to 2 months.
Like
that did not come with us.
That last day that we were there, which was Sunday, we had our booth looked barren because we'd gone through pretty much everything.
Did they see the pictures?
I posted them in the Discord. Like we went through like almost all of our stock by the last day.
We started breaking some stuff down after like day 3, just because like half of our
over half we'd sold 75% of our stuff by the end of Saturday night. We sold 75% of our stock, and anything that was bigger than $20 was gone by that point. Like except for like the Gojos. Things. Every big thing was gone.
Yep. And you guys still had to make stuff in the hotel room?
Yeah, and we still had to make stuff in the hotel room. We were like scrambling to make stuff in the hotel room while we're trying to get just to put more stuff out.
I was literally like working behind the booth on crocheting more stuff to put out.
Working out in the hotel room too, like late into the night.
Yeah.
Like one of the night, like
Stayed
Friday
night. 3 in the morning.
Friday night, you stayed up later than that on Friday night. Like you were like crocheting like into the wee hours of the night. You wound up like going into
locked myself in like the bathroom. The whole time I was just like, oh, please don't let anybody come in here and just see me be a weird ass bitch and just like
just being a weird crocheting dribbling in the bathroom because it was quiet and there wasn't anything going on in the bathroom. Because I had passed because we were sharing a bed, and like I could toss and turn the bed, and it's not good. It's not conductive for crocheting, especially with how small the bed was.
Yeah.
So like she's sitting here just crocheting away.
Well, not only that, but also I lost my light up crochet hook.
Yeah, and
so I didn't have that with me, and because everybody else was asleep, I ended up turning the lights were turned off. I couldn't see. The only thing I was able to mildly see was from the TV screen, which I literally had to sit in front of, like, just squinting my eyes trying to figure out where the next stitch is.
I'm not saying it's not a possibility. Like it sounds like a good idea. It sounds for something to put it on the list for possibly something next year. Just we couldn't do it this year. There's no way because it's like in 2 weeks. Well, 3 weeks.
If I'm able to like stock up on enough stuff, though.
No, it's in 2 weeks. It's the 27th today. It's 2 weeks.
My birthday's coming up.
And plus, we wouldn't have had the acceptance from them yet.
Right.
We'd have to send that. Cause see, okay.
It would have to be next year if we were to apply.
And see, with most cons, like you apply, they open up like spots for both artists and vendors about 6 months out from the con. It's anywhere from 8 to 6 months from the con is when they open up the stuff. And they go through all the stuff for it, and usually about anywhere from like 3 to 4 months before the con, they announce who got accepted and who went on the waiting list and who didn't get put into anything. Which is what happened to us with MomoCon. We got put on the waiting list for MomoCon. And a month before the con, they contacted us saying, "Hey, a spot opened up. Do you want to be here?" And we got hyper excited, and then and we immediately accepted it, not thinking about how much fucking work we were about to have to overload on. Because at that point, we thought, well, it's only a month away. They're not going to contact us. No.
I didn't apply for it.
She applied for the bigger version of it.
I applied for like the big CamiCon.
She didn't apply for CamiCon High because it was so close to completing Momo.
Not only that, but we were also
and we were supposed to move in August.
Yeah.
We're supposed to move at the end of July, start of August, which has been pushed back.
That was the original plan, which is why I didn't apply for it.
Yeah, it was one of those things like we wouldn't have enough time to recuperate and recover stock from Momo and move at the same time. There's just no way possible. and then having to push everything back, we may have had the time without the worry to move, but we still would have had to. We would have had just a few months to make a shit ton of stock. We just didn't have the time for that.
And also because I've been playing around with some new yarns, because I love making like those little forest monsters and stuff, but those take way too much yarn to make. And I had to double check that and make sure that it wasn't just me. I have a friend that was also at the con this past weekend, and they ended up making one of them. And yeah, like those super big ones take about like a skein and a half of yarn.
Get some hearts in the chat for Panda!
Hi, Pandy!
It would also bring up cons for fighting games like Frosty Faustings and Combo Breaker. Combo Breaker, I would love for us to get into. We hadn't applied to a lot of the fighting game ones yet because we were trying to put a foothold in one type of con. Because cons, when you apply for them, they look for they kind of want a resume. They want you to like send like what cons you've done, what cons have been successful for you. They want
references.
And they want references to all the stuff that you're carrying to the con. And so we started with anime cons because they're the repertoire we understood the most and knew the most about.
Yep.
So because of that, we hadn't looked into the fighting game ones. The Ren Fair one was something that just came into our radar.
That one's new and it's free.
Yeah. So that one just came into our radar. We will probably branch out the stuff like that one because video game cons would do really well for us.
I'm thinking about maybe
because you have lots of video game character design pieces.
I'm thinking about maybe making like a couple clothing stuff, mushroom theme, or like forest theme stuff for this Ren Fair one. Since we're going with that whole like pattern aesthetic.
Yeah, no, ones like Combo Breaker are great. Like though that is a great idea. We haven't branched out yet. This is our first year. We've literally just started.
Yep.
We just
started like half a year ago.
two, or we're at 2, or we're at 3 now events.
We're at 2 events right now.
So we're at 2 events. We've got a 3rd on the way.
Yep. We've got a 3rd and
possibly a 4th.
A 4th and a 5th.
Yeah, possibly a 4th and a 5th.
No, I don't know. They said that they'll make sure that I get accepted immediately, but at the same time, I'm just like...
Until you see it, yeah.
Yeah, I'm still prepping for it.
Well, consider the person who said it was the head runner for it. I think that's pretty much a shooter.
And they give you food.
And they give you food.
We are gonna have to bring like...
That's in November. No, we're not going to. We're gonna have to bundle one.
Eventually, sometime next year, I wanted to try branching out into like making bags and clothing stuff as well. Because I found a few cardigans that are like anime themed. There's one I found that was like that has like a curvy in the back, and it's so cute.
The only issue is with those is we can't make a ton of those.
I can probably only make like 2 of them.
Yeah, because like that's the trick. Is like the making process for the most part you're solo. Because I have 2 left thumbs when it comes to crocheting.
I also found lightsaber crochet hooks. If you ever want to learn.
So I do want to learn. I'm just going to be bad at it. Like I will not be able to hold up your quality level. So like, my stuff would be fun. Just be like, hey, look what I made. Da-da-da. My stuff will not be great for selling.
Make the derpy stuff.
Make the derpy stuff.
People love like the derpy stuff.
They do. We've sold lots of derpy stuff. We.
I could probably have you help me with like the poppers.
It's like I usually help. Like the way I wind up helping is like anything that's like not immediately crocheting is the stuff I make. Like if you need anything made out of felt, or if you need accessories made from, that's my job. My job is to make all the accessories. Because I'm a prop maker. I can do that, and I'm fast at it. Found canvas and paint today. Should I try it again? Yeah, you should try it again.
Hell yeah.
Is it good food or con food? I mean,
Don't know.
I have no idea yet. But I mean, at a con, like, con food's good food just because it's the food that you actually get to eat.
But it's also expensive. Hello. They're so good.
They're pretty soft. I do like that. I have pajama pants over there. See about Combo Breaker, at least from my experience, is pistachios.
I have 2 cons cons that are on my goal list, but it's probably not going to be happening for a good couple of months.
So try again, but I'll try it anyway. It's like Combo Breaker would be fun, just because like I always wanted to go to I wanted to go to Combo Breaker as a participant, because I used to be hyper obsessive about fighting games. Used to play a lot of competitive Smash. Used to play a shit ton of competitive Blaze Blue, and did some competitive Guilty Gear.
Eventually, I need to buy more of the Burnett blanket yarn.
I wish I could find places in tournaments for the Power Rangers fighting game, because I'm pretty good at that one too. I'm not the greatest at that one. Huh?
Did you show that
What
one?
one? Oh, this?
Yeah.
No. Mizu got me a present at the con. They got me a Green Ranger pop figure at the event, and it's based on the comic book design for the Green Ranger from Boom Studios. I love this. I think it's one of the few that I'm not going to wind up taking out of the box. I take most of my pops out of the box because I like to show them off and whatnot. I never plan on getting rid of them. But like, I like this one a lot. I don't think I'm going to get that one out of the box. I do, but I'd probably wait.
Yeah, it's a little too hot for that one. I think that one's more
It'd probably be great for Christmas time. Last year, as a competitor for Grand Blue Fantasy versus Rising, I've yet to play that one. I've dipped out of my fighting games over the last few years, and I kind of kicked myself for it.
I can make more of the elements.
Mushroom Boys.
Yeah, that was actually way more
That was
fun.
insanely popular. We could have easily sold like 20 of that guy if we made enough of them.
That and the
They went so
force
fast.
monsters. My only issue is yarn is terrible.
The button masher and brain fighting games. I used to be so good at Blaze Blue that when they ported it to the Vita, to sell the Vita, I would use that game to show off how fast the Vita could process. And the way I would show it off is I would turn the Vita up, my Vita upside down, because I owned a personal Vita. Bad baby. I would turn the Vita upside down and would play, because I was a Noel main for that game. I'd play and would go from like, I would go from 100 to 0. I go from 100 to 0 HP on the computer with the Vita upside down, with my controls upside down, basically reversed, and would just full combo, just destroy things. And people were not enamored by the Vita. For the longest time, I didn't understand what was going on, why people were like so enamored by this. I thought they were enamored by the Vita and the processing power behind it. And I thought that was very, I thought, yay, people were excited about it. No, people were excited about the fact that I could play Blaze Blue upside down in my sleep. It didn't even dawn on me that was a fancy thing until someone was like, you literally just killed that with an upside down reverse controller. What the hell are you on? And I was like, I just like Blaze Blue. Just completely juggle the computer to death. Alright, I'm exhausted, determination, but I'll be okay. How are you, my friend? It's like I was obsessive with Blaze Blue. I want more Blaze Blue to come out. I'm excited that we got Guilty Gear back. It's made by the same people. And it was, for a long time, Blaze Blue was kind of considered the spiritual successor to Guilty Gear until we got Guilty Gear again. But like, I was so obsessed with Blaze Blue that I even cosplayed Ragna at events that I would go play at. I'm EP, and tomorrow I'm going to start drawing my 4-foot blueberry of a tiefling. So good night, everyone. Pleasant nightmares, y'all. Have a wonderful night, Midna, and good luck to you. But yeah, so like, I'm nowhere near that good anymore because I am severely out of practice. The only fighting game I've played recently is I still play the Power Rangers fighting game because I have it on my PlayStation and I have it on my computer. And then I still play Smash pretty regularly, but I want to get into, and I was playing Dragon Ball Fighters for a while. I was doing really good in Fighters. I do really good in most Arc System games. I'm not the best, but I have a lot of fun in Arc System games. I need to jump back into those games again. I need to eventually get into Guilty Gear again because it's been years and years since I played Guilty Gear. I started off my first like competitive fighting games for Soul Calibur 3 and they were Soul Calibur 3 and Guilty Gear on the Xbox. The anime recommendations? Okay, so Night of the Living Cat. Like, just Night of the Living Cat. It's like episode 4 just dropped today. I haven't watched it yet. I'm about to watch it after I get off stream tonight. But Night of the Living Cat, if you're a zombie fan at all, watch it. If you're not a zombie fan, you'll still enjoy the fuck out of it because it's a horror anime, but it's not horror. It's pure comedy. But it parodies so much shit from horror. Shit fucking starts off fucking wild. Like, the main team's running from something, you don't know what it is. All of a sudden, you see they're running from a fucking horde of cats. Not zombie cats, just cats. Cute, adorable, fluffy cats. It's hilarious. It's a fucking cat horde. Like, just go watch it. In the process of, like, the first 30 seconds of this, the biggest guy in the group, big Captain McMuscles, McTanks-a-lot, is running with these peeps. He trips, he falls. He's like, oh my god, keep running, guys. I'll hold him off. Da-da-da. You've got this. Get out. The other two turn back in horror as they watch him. And all of a sudden you just see this cute cat just go, meow, and just like get up in his face. You're like, oh no, cute kitty. What's cute kitty gonna do? And the cats just start licking this guy. It's not just one or two cats. No, it's like just a shit ton of cats. Just licking all over this dude. Just like, and as he's getting licked, he turns into a small, fat, orange tabby cat. And he's cute and fucking adorable. You find out really fast that in this world, there is a virus that has infected all the cats of the world, that when a person comes into contact with an infected cat, they are turned into a cat themselves. Where this gets more wild is you find out in this universe that 90% of the populace, or no, about 80% of the populace, are cat owners. So there's cats freaking everywhere. Right after the big guy falls, you get the main theme. The main theme is a blast. Like, it's nice and warm-hearted, and it like has bizarre, hilarious imagery like any other anime opening does. It's just a blast and a half. They start explaining about the in virus for the cats. In my notes, yes, it's 90% of peeps own cats. Things look bleak as shit because most of the populace is turning into cats because almost everybody owns a cat. So cats are fucking everywhere. Second Tank Man is almost hypnotized by cats that are trying to scratch on the door to like let them in. He's like, I gotta let the cute kitties in. Gets the shit slapped out of him by the other protagonist. It's like, yo, you can't do that. The cats will get in. They'll turn you into a cat. Don't do this. Tons of more cats are starting to just like try to break into this building, get in. And this is where you get to one of the best parts of the anime. The anime starts like showing information about cats, like the fact that like cats can kind of like shift their organs in their body around to be able to fit themselves through small gaps. Basically anything that their head can fit through, the entire cat can fit through. It also finally explains why cats have an ultimate hatred of water. I'm not going to ruin it for you, but like they give actual, real, legit cat facts. It's hilarious. Bro, it's literally Alpha's very hour now. No, I fucking love this shit. I'd love to be a cat though. Like, right? Hysterical premise. It is! Kelly, this is both Kelly and Nettie. This is like the anime for y'all. Also, hello, Blade Raptor. I haven't properly said hello to you yet. And like the best part about it is like you have like right now you have like the big tank dude, and then you have like the small woman who's following him around, and he knows nothing except for information about cats. That's all he knows. He has amnesia. He knows nothing but stuff about cats. So he explains everything to you about cats, and he hates doing anything that can make the cats upset at him because he loves cats so much. He eventually like has to get some water to scare cats away, and he scares all the cats away. Like he just breaks down crying. I made all the cats hate me, and I hate myself for this. Basically, the original tank dude who got turned into a cat even shows up again as a cat. And instead of turning them, like, apparently retains part of his memory, he rolls over, offering his belly to person, like, here you go, I still trust you guys. Which makes the main tank dude stop crying. And then we get, like, all of the main tank dude's backstory, which I'm not going to ruin for you. But, like, there's just tons of stuff. If you like cats at all, like, it'll give you information you never knew about cats. I love it. I have a pencil was owned by Shakespeare, thanks to the cat. It's so chewed up that I can't tell if it's to be or not to be. That is so bad. You're watching Hunter x Hunter, and I don't get the hype for it. I love Hunter x Hunter. I will say it's not the best anime on the planet, like a lot of people tried to claim. And it's also one of those things, like if you're watching it now, after it's been hyped to hell and back, it's probably not as exciting as what everyone made it out to be. There are a lot of stuff in it now that's kind of outdated that when we first started seeing it back in like the mid-2010s, in the mid-2010s, it was great. It was top tier, number one. But because it's been so long since it's been out, there's stuff that is better than it now. Don't get me wrong, I love it, but I love it for nostalgia's sake. I do get excited for the fact that there is more of it finally coming, and I'm hoping we get to see more of it, but there are some things that just, like, with it having been out for so long now at this point, it's a classic. It's one of those things that, like, it's good to watch knowing it's a classic and watching from a classic perspective, but watching it and trying to hear someone tell you that it's absolutely the biggest peak of anime, it's not anymore. It's still good. It's still something I would suggest most people watch, but I'm not going to tell you it's the best thing on the planet. We're watching, let's see, has anyone watched Endride? I have not. You know what? Anime is incredible, but not enough people know about it. Pandora Heart. Lord, I haven't heard the name Pandora Hearts in years. God, it's been a long time since I've heard Pandora Hearts. My two, like, really big animes right now are To Be Hero X and Night of the Living Cat. Night of the Living Cat, just because it's hilarious. It's meant to be funny. It's not meant to be taken seriously at all. Like, it's kind of like Shaun of the Dead meets Cats. But even more nonsensical. As well as I love the fact that, like, it does something that anime, like, is known for doing when it parodies shit. You can always tell you're running into a parody anime when you see this one thing. I'm going to say this because it's going to make people like Kami go watch it, because Kami will understand where I'm going with this. You know you've hit, like, a good parody anime when, for some fucking reason, Freddie Mercury's in it. Freddie Mercury is in Night of the Living Dead. There's no reasoning for him to be there. He's just there. And it's goddamn hilarious. They parody a lot of stuff. There's, like, moments that are, like, the moment where Ripley runs into an alien while she's hiding, and the alien, like, kind of, like, sneaks in to get really up close personal to her face and leaves. That moment, yeah, that happens, but with cats, and it's fucking hilarious. I'm ready to watch it now. Okay, not now. It's late. So, like, yeah, see, now you understand. Like, wait till you see him. You're gonna laugh. Like, he doesn't even do anything. But like, you're gonna see him. You're like, oh shit, that's fucking Freddie Mercury. Like, I had like a full 5-minute freak out about the fact they fucking put Freddie Mercury in this shit. There's no reason to put him there. But I hell appreciate the fact that he's in it. It just made my entire night that night. I had the manga set for it, the limited edition one called Pandora's Box. I have not seen that collector's edition. Another anime. God damn it, Void Raptor. The protagonist is under. I recommend everyone watch Madoka Magica at some point in their anime journey. Is dark, but trusted is amazing. Oh, I showed that to everybody in the Discord years ago. Like about 2 years ago, I showed to everybody in the Discord. There are a lot of really good dark Magical Girl anime out there that I could suggest. One is Magical Girl Raising Project. If you like Madoka, you'll like Magical Girl Raising Project. You don't get attached to anybody though. Don't. You're gonna hurt your own feelings. Don't do that. And then another one is Magical Girl Sight or Mahashoujo Sight, which is another one. That one's incredibly dark. Trigger warning. That has a lot of really dark stuff that's really hard for some people's stomach, but it's really, really good. But it starts rough like a fucking freight train. What's the anime about the evil Power Rangers? That would be, there's another one that's coming out, but there's 2 Power Ranger themed animes that I would suggest to anyone. One is Go-Go Loser Ranger. It's on Hulu and Disney Plus. I like the manga better, but it's because the first 2 chapters of the manga are the first 2 episodes of the anime, and it feels like some of the things they're trying to get across land a little bit better in the manga, in my opinion. But after those first 2 episodes, it takes off running and it does everything the manga does, and it's worth a watch. Absolutely worth a watch. I had a nickel for every time I heard Freddie Mercury was in a hilarious anime. I have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's great that it happened. But yeah, no. Go-Go Loser Ranger is the one about the evil Power Rangers. I would definitely suggest anybody watch it. It's really good. After the first 2 episodes, it takes off and it's an absolute blast. Most people, if you haven't read the manga at all, you'll still enjoy the first 2 episodes. If you've read the manga, you'll be like, this feels a little weak in comparison to the manga. But after that, it picks up pace and it matches the manga beat for beat, and I liked it. The other one I would suggest is, oh, shame, what's it called? The Isekai one. I started watching it. I didn't get very far in it because a lot of shit went south when I started watching it. It's the one where the Red Ranger gets isekai'd into another world with his Ranger suit and Megazord. On that note, if people haven't seen Cromartie High School, go watch it. Absolutely. Servamp is one I'm not familiar with. Is This a Zombie was the best magic. I do love Is This a Zombie. That one's fucking hilarious. Red Ranger becomes an adventurer in another world. Yeah, that one I love. I love what I've seen of that one so far, and I love the manga for that one, so I have to go back and finish that one. It's definitely worth a watch. Absolutely, a million times over would tell you go watch it. If you like Power Rangers at all, go watch it. If you like Isekai anime, go watch it. It's funny, it's over the top, it's hilarious, it's worth a watch. Go-Go Loser Ranger is technically the better of these 2 anime. It's got the better written story and whatnot, but the reasoning for that is it's supposed to. The Isekai one is meant to be funny. It does. If you're a Power Rangers fan, the Isekai one is a must-watch. Like, just hands down, it's a must-watch. Because it takes every Power Ranger trope you've ever seen and pokes fun at it, and it's hilarious. But it's not really taking the Power Ranger formula, making fun of it. It's taking the Super Sentai formula and running with it, which there is a difference. But the Go-Go Loser Ranger one is good. It's good if you're a Power Ranger fan, or even if you're not a Power Ranger fan. If you're a Power Ranger fan, you're gonna love it. Especially if you're a Power Ranger fan and a Super Sentai fan, you're gonna love it because it follows tropes from both. But it gives a way more realistic view to it. It basically runs off the principle of, okay, what happens after season 1 of a Power Ranger series ends? Because, you know, after Mighty Morphin ended, after, like, that timeline ends, which is Mighty Morphin all the way to space, where they stop having, like, one just full unified tied-in storyline, when they start branching off into Lost Galaxy or into SPD or stuff like this, ones where, like, they're all contained in their own season kind of type deal, and when they end, a brand new team and brand new this, that, and the other take over. It's connected, but it's loosely connected. This is one of those, well, what happens after the Power Rangers finally beat the bad guy kind of type deal? What do they do to still be Power Rangers? And it's really good, but it's also really fucking dark. Oh, Super Sentai is, like, super old in comparison to Power Rangers. Power Rangers is celebrating, like, their 30th something anniversary right now. Super Sentai is celebrating 50 years. Super Sentai is 50 years old now. Power Rangers is 30. It's technically 32. Power Rangers is 32 years old. Because it came out when I was 5. And I'm... Shame, am I 37 or am I 38 this year? I can't remember. I just had a birthday. Shaven always remembers how old I am. But yeah, no, Super Sentai has just turned 50, and the season that's going on right now for Super Sentai is their 50th anniversary thing. Isn't most Mighty Morphin dead? 37. Okay, I turned 37. Okay, so you're talking about, is most of the team for Mighty Morphin dead? If we're going off of just the Mighty Morphin, which is seasons 1, 2, and 3 before they become Zeo Rangers, only 2 of those Rangers are dead. There are a few Power Rangers that are dead past that team, but there's only 2 of the actors that are dead for that series. And that would be the original Yellow Ranger, and that would be Tommy Oliver, some of which has been in far more than just Mighty Morphin. He was Mighty Morphin Green, Mighty Morphin White, Zeo and Turbo Red, and Dino Thunder Black. And he passed away a couple years ago. Trini's actor died many years ago. Yeah, the original Yellow Ranger died in a very rough car accident. I feel old man voice. Get off my yard. I wonder if Trini. Oh, yeah, that's the Yellow Ranger. That's what I said. Trini was the original Yellow Ranger. She's dead. How goes the night? I'm very tired, but the night goes well. Yeah, to catch everybody up to speed on what's going on, first off, why I wasn't here the last 2 nights was primarily on my end. For Friday, we weren't here because, one, Panda was sick. Panda needed to take care of themselves and get themselves back up to speed. Heavily on the side of making sure you take care of yourself first. And then the reason why I didn't do anything behind that was Grandma had a seizure, and I needed to take care of that. And then on Saturday, Grandma had a really, really rough night and needed a lot of help, needed a lot of attention and care on Saturday night, which was yesterday, which is why I was not here yesterday. And I have not seen the new Kamen Rider trailer. No, I haven't yet. My brother's the Kamen Rider fan of the two of us. I like Kamen Rider, but my brother's the one who, like, My brother likes Power Rangers, just like I like Kamen Rider. He likes Power Rangers. He knows Power Rangers. Just like I know most of the different Kamen Riders to like base information degree. But my brother obsesses with Kamen Rider like I do with Power Rangers. Like I have my morphers and my helmets and my stuff like that. And I'm looking to get more like eventually I plan on getting like the SPD morpher and shit like that. My brother's like that for Kamen Rider. Instead of owning the helmets, my brother owns like several different Kamen Rider henshin devices. Like, most of the belt versions are what my brother owns. Because when any of the Rangers from Mystic Force dies, they were some of my favorites. I like Mystic Force, but I had a very up and down relationship with Mystic Force because I did not like the Red Ranger. He was kind of a dick. Been pondering this. Is Mighty Morphin yellow in the 100 Ranger battle for Super Mega Force? Is that Trini or Aisha? That's Aisha. Well, I don't know now at this point. Originally, it was stated to be Aisha because she had taken up the mantle for that. It originally was stated to be her, but now I'm not sure if it's her because we had the Power Ranger special on Netflix, and it's canon. The Power Ranger special on Netflix was canon, and it brought back the original Mighty Morphin team, and Trini actually dies in that. Spoilers for that, but Trini dies in that. They give her an in-universe canon death in that one. And her daughter replaces her as the Mighty Morphin Yellow. And Tommy exists in that one, though we don't get to see him because he had passed during production of that. But he's technically in that one as his Green Ranger form. But we all know he has access to those powers again, so we're not sure how that was going through. Any idea why anytime there is a white or gold ranger, they are always enter the series corrupted by their own power, or just a version of power? Not true. Not true. For one, usually the White Ranger's not a bad guy. Green Ranger, like for one, if Green Ranger Green Ranger's usually not a sixth Ranger. Like we have a Green Ranger like it's standard in several series. Like Green Ranger's a standard color in Zeo, is a standard color in Turbo, is a standard Ranger color in SPD, in Mystic Force, and in several other series. Let's see. We have Cat Manx as a White Ranger in SPD, as well as the Omega Ranger in SPD is also classified as a White Ranger. But he could also be technically classified as a Silver Ranger. In Alien the Alien Rangers, which was the replacement for the Ninja Rangers temporarily before going into Zeo, we had a female White Ranger who was also the team leader, and she was not evil. We do have an evil Ranger in Dino Force. We do. But he's kind of an outlier in that one. We have, which one are you? Which Ranger team is this? This is one of the Animal Rangers. Get rid of the ads. I don't need ads. Yeah, in Wild Force, we had a White Ranger. She wasn't evil. Have a good night, Void Raptor, or Blade Raptor. Take care. Pleasant nightmares to you, my friend. You know that wasn't red? Damn. Yeah, no, she was a leader for that team. She was She was the White Ninja Ranger, aka the White Alien Ranger, in that series. The SPD Omega Ranger is classified as a White Ranger. He wasn't evil. Was the Mystic, the White Mystic Ranger, evil? I can't remember. My Mystic Force lore is weaker. I'm going to be completely honest. So, I don't think they were. But no, the White Dino Ranger, yeah, he started off evil, and he was a menace. Like, they actually had to change him in Super Sentai because he was a menace. He was completely overpowered, and children wrote in because he was scary. Just don't call me late for dinner, Raptor. Not all Ranger teams have the Red Ranger as the leader, like Time Force the Pink. Yeah, Time Force the Pink Ranger is the leader for Time Force, as well as Hyper Force, which is canon to Power Ranger Timeline now, which was made by the Tabletop RPG, and they're in the Boom Studios line of continuity. She's also the leader for the Hyperforce Rangers. So yeah, no, we've had several Rangers that are... We haven't had several. We've had a few Rangers that aren't red be the leader. Was it the White Raptor in Unnatural Creation? That's why. And the Wolf for Jungle Fury, that was because the Jim was sentient. I'm not talking about the wolf. The wolf was actually silver. No, wolf was... Was the wolf silver? I think he was silver. No, I'm talking about the female ranger. She's white with pink accents. But she's classified as a white ranger. She just has pink accents on her costume because she's the female ranger of the team, so they added pink to her. But no, she's a white ranger. She's classified as a white ranger. That is her coloration. She had like... I want to say it was a tiger was her animal. And for the Dino Gyms with Dino Thunder, it was the fact that the Dino Gym had become corrupted. It wasn't a creation, but it had become corrupted. And it's not a raptor. It's they call it like the Dracozord, but essentially it's a pterodactyl. It's another version of a pterodactyl, is what that one was. The wolf the purple wolf's in Jungle Fury, not Wild Force. Mystic Force White, and she's not evil. She gave the Mystic Force Rangers her staves. Her snow staff will say goodbye, correct? Yeah, see? But no, the wolf in Jungle Fury is purple. Not Wild Force, different ranger. There is a Wild Force with the Wild Access Morpher, which is the phone morphers. He's silver in that one. No, the White Ranger for that team is essentially a Pink Ranger placement. Which is usually what happens, is like if you have a White Ranger that's in the core team that's not a 6th Ranger, the White Ranger usually places the pink, just like usually green or black are interchangeable for Ranger teams. Like if you don't have a Black Ranger, you have a Green Ranger. If you don't have a Green Ranger, you have a Black Ranger. And that's usually how that works. There's only been like 2 6th Rangers that are green, or legendary additional Rangers that are green, and that would be the Green Ranger in the original series and the Green Ranger in Ninja Storm. I think it was Ninja Storm. Was it Ninja Storm? It's one of the Ninja series. I think it was Ninja Storm. Was I right about the wolf? Yes, the wolf was actually alive. If I remember correctly, yes. It's been years since I've seen Wild Force. It wasn't really they were uncontrollable. It took a lot to use their power. But yeah, he was the one with like that was back when they had the flip form morphers, which I still hate those morphers. They're so weird looking. But it was an answer to call wild axes. Flip, wham, and there it went. His transformation, his first transformation is usually one I remember the most. Oh, the Green Samurai Ranger Ninja Storm. Yeah. That's what I was thinking of. And he fought a lot with his grandfather over being allowed to have that power. I need to go back and watch Ninja Storm. I have the DVD collection for that one. And then Samurai, we got a Red Ranger as a leader, but it was we got our first female Red Ranger leader in Samurai. Cam Watanabe, yes. I need to go back and finish showing Mizu Dino Thunder because we were really invested in that one. Mizu likes Dino Thunder a lot. But yeah, no. So White Ranger doesn't appear to be evil often. Now the White Rangers appear to be evil, like fully evil, like once. The original White Ranger we have in Power Rangers, which was a Green Ranger. As a White Ranger, he was never evil. He was evil as a Green Ranger because he was under mind control from Rita Repulsa. Dino Thunder was a Raptor, though. Oh, no. They're Zord. We actually don't have a Raptor Zord. We had Raptor Riders, which they used in replacement of their bikes a few times. Because they had them before they had the bikes. They got the bikes, and then we rarely saw the Raptor Riders. This is the White Dino Thunder Ranger Zord. And a bird. And it's the reason why, like, because it's supposed to be like a bird-style dinosaur, it's the reason why his weapon looks like kind of like a feather. His sword has that feather quality to it. I watched the first episode of Samurai Red Ranger's Dude. Wait. Show you what I'm talking about. You need to finish that one. Because he's not supposed to be. This is who we get later. This was the true Red Samurai Ranger. There's a whole lot of shit behind that. You'll get it once you get through it. This is her. Yeah. She's the one who was supposed to have been the Red Ranger because she's the actual She's Jaden's older sister and the true 18th head of the Shiba clan. So she's the one that is actually supposed to be that ranger. She winds up taking her proper place in that series. There aren't a lot of Raptor Zords. There are Raptor Zords. Let's see. We have Raptor Zord and Dino Charge, and he's green. And we have another one, if I remember correctly, in what is it? It's the newer series. Which would be the Cosmic Fury, if I remember correctly, has a white and black Raptor for that one, but I have to double check. Yeah, the Cosmic Combo Raptor Zords are black and white, and they are the Light Raptor Zord and Shadow Raptor Zord, and they're from Cosmic Fury. They're from they're technically from Dino Fury going into Cosmic Fury. Make a really hella cool Megazord. But yeah, those are that's the only white Raptor in the series. And there's a green and Dino Charge. And that's it. Those are the only Raptors we got. There are a lot of people that thought the white one was the white Ranger's Zord was a Raptor, because like in the English translation for its name, it's got like 4 different names, because it's got like the toys got mislabeled a lot, because like it was like it got called the Stego Drago Zord, which was inaccurate. There was a Stego Zord. And then the Dragozord, which that's what the bird thing is called, is this is called the Dragozord. And then it also got called in the English translation for the toys, not in the series, but in the toys. There were a couple instances where it was called the Raptor Dragozord. Yet again, it's not a Raptor. It has no Raptor in it. So for the English version of toys, yeah, there were a couple toys that had Raptor put in its name somewhere, but it was never in the TV series called the Raptor. It was just called the Dragozord the entire time, which also didn't make sense because he's not a dragon, but they like to call him that because they already had a pterodactyl and he's built like a pterodactyl, and they didn't want to confuse people with it. The Dino Stegozord, yeah. And he got called that in the series a couple times too, but there actually is a Stegozord that it transforms with. There are a few different Stegozords throughout the years. So I call it Dino Stegosaur. Yep. But he actually did have control over a Stegosaur with a buzzsaw blade. But this is why he calls it Dino Stegosaur, is because it combines with this one. The most commonly seen Zord that the Dragozord combines with is this one. So these two combine together and they make this. They make this big hulking thing when they combine together. So yeah, you take this one and that one, you slam them together, and bam, you get this guy. Dance of the Vampire Bund. See, that's one I've never actually watched. I never had any interest in that one. Werewolf animals. Wolf Children, I've shown everybody that movie. That was a good one. Wolf's Rain technically falls into that category. I know a lot of people like that one. To me, it'd make more sense to call it the Drago Stegosaur. Honestly, to me too, because that's what it is. It's very rare where you have an anime that's like fully focused around werewolves. What do you not know, Panda? I always want to know who was in the Megazord costume. Hey, right? Like, even as a kid, I wondered that. Trying to find a paintbrush. I couldn't be much help for that because most of the paintbrushes I use are just painting for miniatures. It's like there's several animes that have either werewolf that like have something to do with wolves that could be werewolves, but they may or may not be werewolves. Like you've got like as I said, you got Wolf Children. That's like the closest one to actually like having werewolves as the main focus. Oh fuck! What's that anime called? I know what the game's called that it's based on. Night Warriors. The anime called Darkstalkers or Night Warriors. You need to watch the Japanese version of the actual anime, not the American cartoon that came out, because the American cartoon doesn't even make sense having an anime for it. But it has Talbane, which is a werewolf from a fighting game known as Darkstalkers, and he has a lot of showtime in that series. That's where you get Morgan and Felicia, which is the cat girl everybody knows. Like Talbane, which is the werewolf in that one, he exists in that one, and you can see him in it as well. That one's a decent one. There's a genuine lack of actual werewolves in anime. Yeah, like I sit there and think to myself, like I can think of a ton of vampires in anime, but not a ton of werewolves. This is Night Warriors, aka Darkstalkers. I have the full DVD collection of this one. I used to obsessively play this fighting game too. Like, I'll show you how this. Y'all recognize a lot of the characters in it pretty quick. Like there's Dimitri, there's Morgan, there's Talbane, there's Felicia, there's Hazenko. Like there's so many different characters in this that you've probably seen before, but you didn't know where they came from. This is where they come from. Pyron in the back. The anime series for it was actually really good. I enjoyed the hell out of it. Some people think lichens and werewolves are different when they're the same thing. There is a difference, actually. When it comes to werewolves, werewolves are werewolves. Like they're more humanoid, and they lack control. Werewolves lack complete control over most of their actions. Whereas when you get lichens, lichens have control over their transformations, and usually have a human, a werewolf, and a wolf form. There are differences between those. What the fuck's a Veywolf? But no, there is a difference between them. A lichen is basically an evolved werewolf. They have full control over the stuff. Usually a lichen is born. A werewolf is made. Werewolves can be made, but it's rare. Or lichens can be made, but it's rare. Usually a werewolf is something that happened via force. Like they're transformed by somebody else. Versus a lichen is usually born that way. Vampire werewolf hybrids. Now see, like, vampire werewolf hybrids kind of falls into the same category as making anything a zombie hybrid. It's like, usually those two things can't mix because they're usually portrayed as being hit with like viral infections of some kind. Good night. I'm gonna go to bed. Have a wonderful night, Samantha. Take care. I appreciate you being here and hanging out with us tonight. Have you been lurking most of the night? Or if you've been talking and I've missed it, I first off apologize. If you've been lurking, I appreciate you lurking, hanging out. But if I've missed you talking in chat, I greatly apologize. But I hope you have a good night regardless, and I hope you get good sleep. By the way. Oh, thank you! It's my Sonic Mania statue. It actually has a little switch that does the Sega tune for it, but I don't have batteries in it right now because I don't want them to corrode from not getting used. But like, that is one of my favorite statues. I have it and all my little pops here. I have a metal Sonic that usually sits next to him, but I didn't have enough room for it with all these new pop additions I have. But yeah, have a wonderful night. I appreciate you being here. Or the captain from Hellsing Ultimate in the Hellsing anime. Oh? I think that you can actually find... Let me do it. Before you go to bed, let me check something real quick. Let me check something for you real quick. Before you go to bed, just since you like that, let me see something real quick. I'll make it real fast. you can actually find, like, if you want one of these statues for yourself. Now, this is like, it's one of those like kind of more like rubbery statues, like one of those wibbly, rubbery kind of statues. It's made of very soft, like PVC rubber and plastic. You can find this on eBay for like 50 to 60 bucks in really good condition. It's like you can still find this fairly. You can basically find it about what it came out as. Because it's several years old now. It came out like that, it came out with the launch of Sonic Mania. But it's a 12-inch statue, and you can, like, I just double checked it on eBay for you right quick. If you want to get one for yourself, like, I'm finding them anywhere from like 50 to 60 bucks, easy, shipping and all. Just make sure you double check the figure, because a lot of Sonic figures and statues and stuff have one common issue. They've had this since they were toys in the 90s. They still have the trouble now. So double check it before you look into buying it. With a lot of these, this is my controller holder. It usually holds my Xbox controller. When I was looking for this one, I had to be very, because I was looking at Targets, because this was the one with this base was a Target exclusive, and I wanted that one really bad back when I was hunting for it. A lot of these have one common issue, and this is with Sonic toys in general, Sonic toys, statues, figures. Be careful looking for the nose, because Sonic's nose is always this thin little thing. His nose breaks on more figures, and even like looking through eBay on these statues, there's a lot of these that like have his nose is broken off. So double check that before you buy it. But yeah, like double check the nose. Always double check the nose for any of them before you buy them. Like anything Sonic figure related, whether it be one of these controller holders or be one of these statues or anything like that, always check the nose. Check the nose. Check for the nose. And if you're looking at tail stuff, the thing to check for on tail stuff, because they'll try to paint over this with tail stuff and try to make it look like it's not supposed to be there, but it is. With tail stuff, he will canonically on all of his toys and figures that are officially made, they'll always have these 3 tufts of hair. This breaks off of a lot of statues, a lot of figures from a lot of companies. So double check the hair, because they're better at hiding the hair issue, because they'll just make it look like his old classic version and try to like round it out and shit like that. So always double check the hair on tails, double check the nose on Sonic. If we're looking to get them. But yeah, you can still find that one still fairly cheap. I use that one to hold my PlayStation controller. I use the Sonic to hold my Xbox controller. I use Knuckles. The Knuckles ones are always the ones that are in the best shape. Knuckles, like, he's solid. Knuckles is always solid, it seems. Which I have Knuckles holding my Pro controller here. Like, he's always solid. Like, I've never had an issue finding anything Knuckles related anywhere. But, it's always the Sonic and the Tails. Like, the Tails breaks his hair off, and the Sonic always loses his nose. So double check those. And sorry to keep you for longer. Make sure you get yourself some good sleep. Yes, a friend of mine gave me a pop through the mail, and he was noseless. And yes, I've noticed that a lot of bootlegs don't have the tufts. Right? I'm a super collector nerd, so like I'm like hyper vigilant on like anything I collect, and knowing how to spot the fake and spot the things that are broke and so on and so forth. But yeah, no. So yeah, if you want that statue though, there's 2 things to look for with it. One is make sure that the nose is correct, and make sure that it says sound works. Make sure it's in the advertising for it, because if you buy it off of eBay, if it says sound works and it gets to you and you find the battery housing is corroded, you can get a return on it. You can get your money back on it because it was falsely advertised. So make sure of that, because they are supposed to make noise when you put 2 AA batteries in it. But yes, get some good sleep. Get some good sleep. Sorry to keep you up longer, but I was like, wait. I have news. I have info that can help with that. I collect many things across the many fandoms that have been my hyper fixations for many years. New subscriber, have a great night. Thank you so much. And welcome to the Zombies. Grab yourself a cup of decaf on the way out and have yourself some pleasant nightmares. Hopefully get to see a lot more of you. Yeah, to anybody here, if you ever want to know about collectibles, if I have information on the collectible, or if y'all want to know about having help finding a collectible, let me know. I will talk about collectibles all day, and if I don't own it, I probably know someone who does and can at least tell you more about it. We can definitely get you some help there, because that's like the thing that I will always be known for, is collecting random nerd shit. Like, back here on the back wall just right now, what we have are horror stuff, Goosebumps stuff, lots of Star Wars stuff, Pokemon stuff, Power Rangers shit galore, Sonic the Hedgehog stuff, and this shit changes out all the time. I even got some Cartoon Network stuff with my Dexter, my Grimm up there. When I move, because what we're looking to, this is like we're going to be able to move to October right now. When we move, we have, I'm going to have way more space to show off more of the stuff that we have. And let y'all see all the weird stuff. Watching Wacky Races, the original Wacky. I mean, I used to watch that as a kid. But yeah, I can talk about this shit all day. I actually have one thing that I'm going to be talking about soon that I'm excited about. That's yet again Power Rangers related. I'm actually making a small video about an interaction I had with a vendor at a con. You know, I love the Megazords. The Megazords and the Morphers are usually my favorite things about Power Rangers just in general. I love everything about Power Rangers, but those are like my two like big things. And my favorite Zord is still the classic. I do like several other Zords, but it's still like the classic. Well, when we went to MomoCon, I was actually given a gift by Blake, by a vendor at the con. That was the newer, updated, fully posable, super fancy Megazord. Talk about the Mimikyu? I'll talk about it in just a second. I can talk a lot about that Mimikyu. Way more detailing on these Zords and everything, and I want to get this, but I haven't talked about this. I was going to do a full show off of this, but I hadn't talked about it because when I opened it, it was actually missing a piece to this Zord right there in the center. And it makes it completely impossible to transform this into the Megazord. I was very sad about this. I was very sad, very upset about this, because like this was like my holy grail of Megazords. I've wanted this one forever. I was super excited about it. I followed everything about it when it came out. Couldn't afford it when it came out. Couldn't get it. And the only reason why I have it is because Blake knew I'd been hunting it forever, and we saw it at the con. Yes, this is the OG Triceratops. Well, this isn't the OG toy. This is a toy they made back in like 2020. The OG is actually on this one. Well, it's built like the OG toy. This is actually the Legacy Collection version. So it's die-cast metals in the plastic. But it's built just like the original. This one has extra detailing, like the legs and stuff. Like, you know how they go in on the TV show? They actually go in on this one too, and like it has like way more detailing. It is fully posable and the works, like all of these are. So I was super excited to get this, and then became super sad because it was missing that part, which made it impossible to transform it into the Megazord because it can't have its foot. So I took it to the guy who sold it and showed it to him, explained it to him. Explained everything about what was wrong with it, and he looked into it. It was like, oh shit, that's not good. So he actually contacted somebody out at Hasbro and is sending a full replacement Zord in the mail. And I found like he finally got back to me. Like he's kept up a lot with me, letting me know what the process has been going through, talking to Hasbro and everything. And they finally sent him the things that he's going to send out to me, and I'll be able to I'm going to do a full video talking about like everything we went through to get it, talking about how much he helped out, because he's also a content creator, and I want him to get the proper shout out he deserves, because he went above and beyond far more than like anybody else probably would, even in the vending space. Because even me, like if I'd seen that and like seen that it happened, I would have just refunded it because there wouldn't have been anything else I personally could have done. But like he actually got in contact with Hasbro and actually got me a full replacement so I can have the Megazord in all of its glory. So we're gonna actually like talk about that and show that off and so on and so forth. I've been wanting to show it off since like since like the one that showed off since I got it back at MomoCon, but because of that I couldn't get it. But they're not having me send out the old one or anything like that. They said, you go ahead and keep the old one, put it out on display so you can have like the Zord itself set aside, and we'll send you a replacement part at the same time. So like for me, that's like amazing. That's like above and beyond customer service, and I want him to have all the props and attention he deserves for that, because he didn't have to do any of what he did, but he went above and beyond. And the camera froze again. Oh, thank you, camera. You're having yourself a fit. I don't like that. Stop it. There we go. So we'll give more talks and more information about that once it shows up. I know the camera froze. It's been doing that all night. I've got to take a look at a couple things to figure out why that's happening. But yeah, it's currently 1 o'clock and I'm exhausted. So I'm probably gonna go ahead and start winding down and crash for the night, so I try to get some sleep. I'm gonna take tomorrow off because tomorrow's Monday. I'm supposed to be off tomorrow. Supposed to be off today, but I wanted to be here for peeps because I missed 2 days back to back, and I hate when that happens. Yeah, something else that's cool about all these, they have like an opening for like the cockpit for their for the Zord, because like that actually closes down to close the cockpit. So like in here is like where Billy would be. It's got him like actually, it's got like a little tiny version of him in there. But yeah, so we're gonna go ahead though and start winding down for the night because I need sleep. Oh no, yeah. I'll talk about the Mimikyu real quick. I have a lot of Mimikyu stuff back here. Like I have like the Mimikyu pop figure, and I have like the Mimikyu's costume shop here. But my big pride and glory of Mimikyu stuff back here, I'll talk about this before we end for the night, is actually this. This was a gift from Mizu. This is the Mimikyu from Build-A-Bear. It even comes like a little top hat. It comes like a little tiny like dapper dude bow tie. He also has like a little voicing in it. I'll have to mute the music for a second so you can hear it. He's been discontinued for a hot minute on the Build-A-Bear site, but he does occasionally pop back up, so keep an eye out for him. This is back, Mizu worked close by the Build-A-Bear, so that's why she saw it when it came in, and like immediately was like, you gotta come get this, and and like she built this for me. Was it last year or year before last that she built this for me? Actually, yeah, this is the year before last. But he even has like his little tail. His little tail like actually like has like a little Velcro that keeps it attached, so it's wibbly. I love this one. Are you shutting down on the side of Mimikyu? You're trying to kill us all. But yeah, no, I love this one. He's one of my favorites. I keep him up here on display just because I like him a lot. I want everyone to see him all the time because Mimikyu is one of my favorite Pokemon because he's just cute and silly and derpy. I love him. He's a beautiful boy. But yeah, no, that's my that is my Build-A-Bear Mimikyu. I have a few other Mimikyu plushies floating around, but that's like my favorite one. I remember that Mimikyu tried to murder Pikachu in the anime. It successfully killed me out several times in the anime. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead though and end for the night. And we're gonna snack before bed. I'm gonna go check on Grandma again before bed. And I'm gonna finally crash. I'm gonna take tomorrow off because tomorrow's Monday. I'm supposed to take tomorrow off anyway. I'm gonna sleep. I'm gonna sleep a lot of Monday because I need sleep. Just kind of go from there. But we're gonna go ahead and call it here. As you all know, this is always going on. Your Coffee Fuel, Gingerbread, Undead. I will be back on Tuesday with more Deltarune because we're starting off Chapter 4. We've just started Chapter 4. We're finally starting to get somewhere into it, so we'll be doing that on Tuesday. And we'll be doing that Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And then on Friday, we'll be playing with Panda, and on Saturday I'm going to do something fun with you guys. But I will keep everybody updated as I know things. Just be prepared if things do go in a chaotic way that I may bounce a few times, and if that does happen, I do apologize for it. But I'm going to try to be here as often and as frequently as I can without that happening. But we're going to go ahead and call it here. And Peter, we need to discuss what we're going to be doing on Friday, because I've got a couple of ideas, but I'll talk to you about that probably late tomorrow. But as y'all know, this is always going on. Coffee Fuel, Gingerbread, Undead. This has been a chat and chill where we've hung out and talked and chat and ranted a lot about different fandoms and different things. We're going to take care of yourselves, take care of each other. There's always pleasant nightmares, and I will see you all again on Tuesday. Bye, peeps.